They're going to make a very big play for the nomination. We'll see if Biden and that more, let's just say, old elitist, traditional wing of the Democrat Party, will they be able to withstand that kind of insurgency from the Bernie Warren wing of the party? I think President Trump stands in a very, very good position.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm gonna give just a couple minutes. It's not just quite 8 o'clock yet. I'm so excited for tonight's call. So I've been cleaning my house, but kind of, not really, but I have somebody come clean it once a week or once a month. And who cleans their house before their housekeeper comes? It's bad. I hope everybody's having a really great week. I know it's been crazy so far. First of the year. Okay, I'll wait till like 8:02 or 8:01. Okay, let's get started. Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Hi.
So glad to be your host tonight. So with True Transformation ending, signups ending tomorrow, I thought this call was needed because I hope everybody on this call has already joined True Transformation because it is such a wonderful program. And we have some special guests tonight that are going to be talking about some of their health, their weight loss journeys and their health journeys. And let's see, who do I need to mute?
You won the draw today. Go ahead. Beat out 300.
Okay. Oops. Got a hot mess tonight. So I wanted to kind of let some people go over their journeys because our True Transformation is really a great program. And if you are not an associate already or you're not familiar with True Transformation, it's our quarterly contest, and whoever has the best body transformation in that time wins. The 4 winners each.
Edited by the author's son, Christopher, and published in
Lucy, I need you to mute your phone, honey, and keep it muted. It keeps unmuting for some reason. But it's our transformation, and we have it quarterly, and each 4 winners, each winner of each round gets a gym bag full of goodies and products, and then at the end of the year, the end of the 4 sessions, there's a big winner picked, and the winner gets $2,500, and it's just an amazing thing. And there's all kinds of prizes, support, love, and it's just a really great program for you to get involved in and for your true transformation in your journey. Because if you've tried losing weight and tried changing your life, it's so hard if you don't have that support and help and love. And this is a really great thing for everybody to be involved in, to get that, to get that with them, to help them on their way. And if you're joining us and somebody's invited you, somebody that you love has invited you to help them, motivate them on their journey, and hoping that maybe you will help them on, or they can help you on your journey as well. So, let's see. For some reason, everybody's coming in unmuted. I don't know why. So if you're on Power Hour and you know the the normal things, go to your walls, jump in, say something about Power Hour and the opportunities that you're getting ready to hear about, the testimonials you're getting ready to hear about, and just, you know, blast that stuff all over Facebook. So we're going to start with Mickey. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
She's so cute. So she's had an incredible transformation in about 4 months. About 4 months.
August.
Yep. I know you guys have seen her before and after picture. She's very active in the group. She's very active in Tru Power, and she's just killing it. And her transformation so far is really incredible, and she looks so good. And if I just can't wait to continue watching because it's going to be incredible. So she is here. She's going to tell you a little bit about when she started, you know, what was her turning point to give the products a try, and, you know, a little bit about her. It's all you.
Okay, so I started in August. I'm a mom of 6, a grandma of 1. I had gotten to the point where I'm done having children. So it was more, I guess, time for me to focus on how I wanted to change myself and how I wanted to feel, because I've always felt kind of like scum because I was overweight and I wasn't, you know, I didn't feel good about myself. So I'd worked out for years on end, and it just seemed like it put more weight on me, and I'm assuming it was muscle because I toned a lot and I worked out to where it was muscle. So, but I wasn't losing the extra fat, and that bothered me. So it came to a point where I was like, okay, I have to change something. And so I kind of got into this pause mode and just kind of keeping my eyes open. And I had met Demi, which is Michelle Porter's daughter. And she instantly, like, I took pictures for her one day, and like, I don't even know how long it was. It was such a short time. She had posted a picture and she had lost all this weight. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? And so she had told me about True Vision, because I've never heard of it. I don't know why or how. Don't know how that happened, because it's a huge company. So I'm like, all right, I'll give this a shot, you know. And then I started, you know, I got accepted into the True That group, or True Dat, whatever you call it. So I started seeing all these women and all these journeys that they're on, and I'm like, man, there's something big about this. I'm gonna sign. I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'm gonna sign. So I signed, and I started taking the pills, and it was like instant. Like, I don't even know what it was in the first week, but the first day I started taking it, I just felt so good. So from that point, it just kept going on and on and on, and I'm like, this cannot be happening. So that's pretty much where I started and where I'm going. I'm halfway where I need to be right now, and I'm just happy to be here.
Well, I saw you had a major turning point in your journey, and you hit below 200 pounds recently, which was a goal that you really had. So that's awesome. Congratulations.
That was my first goal. Yep. Yeah. 175 is my next goal. So I'm hoping to get there soon. This past week I've been slacking a little bit.
We all have those weeks. So can you tell us, did you enroll in True Transformation yet?
I haven't, because I've been working. I know. I have to. I feel horrible because I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I haven't done it yet. But I work 3 businesses and a job outside of my businesses, so it's like, but this is like my main focus right now. So now I'm like, okay, this is what I want to focus everything on, is the True Vision Health. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, now I got to do it.
I love it. So yeah, do that tonight. I'm going to get on you. I'm going to be on you every day or every minute. I'm going to be like, you enrolled? Because
be accountable, girl.
And you guys, when you guys think about enrolling, you don't have to print the paper from the back office or from the website. Just write your weight and the date and your name on the paper that you're holding. It doesn't have to be the printed official one, because they just want to see something with the date and the weight that you are. So, So guys, yeah, I know you work busy. You're really busy with your businesses and your other job, but you've been enrolling like crazy the past few weeks. Do you have any secret tips for anybody on the call?
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even try. I really don't. All I do is and Michelle told me this, do pictures. Make sure you take pictures. You want to see that transformation each week, you know, what you're doing. So I just started doing week by week what I started looking like and what I've been losing. And I did it in the groups, but then I'm like, you know what? I really want people to see. So I started posting it to my private or my personal page. So then instantly people are like, what are you doing? I need to know. And so they just kept building up and building up. And now I'm like creating this empire. And I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all these girls. I'm so excited.
So I'm going to tell you, like, you know, when she says she's not even trying, when I first began this business, and I know I can speak for Allie sometimes when I say this too, when we first began this business, we didn't have any kind of training. We didn't have anything. All we had was a back office and a group. That's all we had. We didn't have anything. And, you know, all it took was us sharing everything that we were doing and everything that we were telling and seeing. Everything that we were seeing, we were just sharing. And, you know, we all try to sell 2 pills twice a day all the time, when actually we should be selling stories, because the stories are what motivate people, and the stories are what help people decide that that's what they want to do, because they're seeing all these great progress reports. They're seeing Roger and Tina and Mickey, or is it Mickey or Mikey?
Mickey.
Okay, so I thought I want to make sure before I was like, Mickey, and then I'm like, no, I wonder, okay. So, you know, and they're seeing pictures like, you know, Megan C. and, you know, just so many others. And if we're not sharing the stories that we're seeing, we're not going to see the progress in our businesses, and we're not going to see the, you know, the growth that we want to see, because we're actually selling stories. We're selling opportunities. We're selling a hope. We're selling a dream, because that's what people want. They want hopes and dreams, because you know, from somebody that's been overweight for a long, long time, my hopes and dreams were to be skinny for a really long time. And so, you know, that's when I started joining this, and when I joined and I saw the stories and, you know, everything that everybody was sharing, they sold me a hope and a dream, because I wanted to be skinny. I wanted to lose weight. So, you know, that's something I want you guys to think about when you're sharing stories, and when you're talking to people about this. You're not selling them 2 pills twice a day. You're selling them the future. You're selling them their future, for their health, for their kids, for their grandkids. And that's something that we all need to think about, because we all tend to think about just selling a product, and that's just not it. So I love that you said, I love that you said that you weren't even trying. You were just pushing stuff. I mean, you were just sharing stuff. So,
right. And I think that's a big thing. Like, people, as a fan, starting off as a fan of True Vision, and like first getting into the groups, the first thing I always looked for is like before and after pictures. Like, everybody, it's like a book. Nobody really wants to read the book. They want to see the pictures of what happens. So, but once I saw those, and I'm like, okay, this is obvious, something big is happening here. And I've never heard of this company, but I'm going to give it a shot. So the first thing I tell people who do enroll, or who want to start this whole journey thing, make sure you take your pictures. There's 2 things I always tell them. Take your pictures. Every week, take pictures, not even to post or to show anybody, but you're going to want to look back on those pictures and think, oh my God, where did I just come from? But take your pictures and constantly stay on top of yourself. Like, everyone's like, well, you have to diet and you have to do this. Nothing comes easy. I don't care what anyone says, nothing's going to come easy. But let me tell you, it was a whole lot easier than other things I've tried. You just got to stay consistent. Like, oh, well, you have to stop eating sugar, and you have to, I said, it's all in your brain. As soon as I started this, as soon as you start these pills, your appetite's cut. It's cut. I don't even crave the sugar. Once in a great while, I'll look at something like a commercial, and I'm like, oh, that looks really good, but I don't need it.
Yeah. I mean, it changes your whole mindset. Whenever you start losing weight and feeling better, your whole mindset changes. So, go ahead.
The first day that I started, I was like, my brain was, I could not grasp it. And I had to cook, I think it was goulash. Yeah, it was goulash. And I'm like, oh my God, sauce and pasta. I cannot go without pasta. I'm Italian, okay? So we eat cheese, meat, pasta, and sugar. Like, that's just stuff that we eat. So I was making goulash for the kids for dinner, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? I'm not going to be able to sit at the table with them because I'm so caught up in eating pasta. We eat it every week. So I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. I can do this. So I made myself a nice big healthy salad with the meat and the cheese. And so I sat at the table and I'm watching them eat. And I was just like, I can do this. I can do this. This is good. I'm good. So then the next week we made another pasta dish and I'm like, wait a minute. No, I've got eggplant. So then instead of pasta, I used the meat sauce with the eggplant instead. And I can just eat the sauce with the meat in it and I'm good. Like, I don't even need the pasta. I don't crave it.
Yeah,
So
it's great.
people
You want to detox your body from it. You don't want it.
It's so weird. And like the sugar was another big thing. I'm like, how am I going to go without bread? I'm Italian. Pasta, bread, and sugar. Like, it just all goes together. So I was like, a wrap. It's a bread. I'll just put it in my head. It's a bread. We'll eat the wrap. So I started eating wraps and I was like, yeah, this is good. I'm fine with that. I can eat that. So that's what I eat. I'll eat a wrap instead of a loaf of bread. And, you know, as for the sugar, you just use substitute. Like, you know, if I have coffee, I don't even put sugar in my coffee anymore. It's just a little creamer. So, but it's not as hard as everybody thinks it is. It's really not.
You're right. And, you know, I hear so many people, they're like, I thought you said you didn't have to diet and exercise with this. And I'm like, well, this is a tool. This is a tool that helps you. It's going to change your appetite. It's going to help you change your mindset. It's going to change your energy. It's going to change your cravings. And without that, nothing's going to change. So, you know, it's those small changes that really help kickstart somebody's goals.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, all right. Is there anything?
Yeah, I saw a question. I have my phone set up, but I can't see the questions. I have used sugar-free creamer. Yes. I have used that.
Sometimes the questions are kind of hard to catch if you can't go into and look at. But do you have anything else you would like to add? And does anyone have any questions, Becky? I'm really excited for everybody who's even trying to start it. Like, to me, that's a huge thing. Like, if I've had a couple of friends that since I started, I'm like, man, if I can just get her, she would really enjoy it. She'd get a lot from it. But I didn't want to push at the same time. I'm not a pushy person. I missed that question too. So, and then finally, it hit her, and she saw the pictures, and she's like, I gotta try it. And I'm like, finally, it's about time. Yeah, I think sometimes it takes just, you know, people are scared. People are scared of change, and they're scared of leaving their comfort zone. And I think that's sometimes the hardest things for people to be like, okay, I've got to make myself do this. I've got to push myself through this. And I think that's the hardest thing, is the mindset and pushing somebody's own self out of their own comfort zone, because that comfort zone's really comfortable sometimes. So, you know, it's just, that's one of the hardest parts.
My journey is like, compared to a lot of journeys that are on here, mine is like piddly. It's nothing. Like, I just want to lose some weight and that's it. And there's been life-changing stories. You know, I was at the end of my rope, literally not wanting to be here anymore. And I'm like, wow, like it pushes me. Like, it makes me believe, you know, okay, there's something out there that these people are actually seeing, so they want to try it. And it, you know, just to see people overcome that and, you know, oh, I've lost 2 pounds. It's 2 pounds. I don't care if you lost 2 pounds or 20 pounds. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, no kidding. So, you know, this is another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because, you know, we all get accustomed to just copy and share, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste stories. But, you know, actually take the time to read those stories that you guys are sharing. Because last night I was sitting on the couch and I will be honest, I'm one of those that copies and pastes a lot, because I'm just so busy trying to get things done and things posted continuously. And so last night I sat going through the group and I was reading stories, I was reading testimonies, and I was just sitting on the couch and my eyes were just, I mean, it was just like a waterfall. I was emotional and I was bawling and I was a disaster. And I was like, you know
You're
what?
such a woman.
It's horrible. It was horrible. And I was like, we need to make sure that our girls are reading testimonies and not just copy and pasting stuff. So make sure you guys are getting in the habits of reading the testimonies because they're powerful. I mean, these are life-changing products. And if we're not promoting a life-changing product and a life-changing opportunity to people, then we're not promoting anything. So I want you all to understand that and realize that's so, so powerful and so, so important for you and for your business to read those testimonies. Testimonies are amazing and so touching. They are so amazing and so touching. And, you know, sometimes I read
There's times where I just sit and cry.
Do what?
Sometimes I just read some of them and I start bawling. And I'm like a tough cookie. I don't cry unless I'm like really upset or it takes a lot for me to like crack. But some of these stories, I'll just sit there and read them. And I'm like, man, my story's nothing compared to these.
It's incredible.
I appreciate you guys though. Like, I really like appreciate like how you guys have pushed me and just led me to believe that I could do this. Like in the beginning, Michelle's like, you know, you got to do your training. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to sell it. But then, you know, she's like, it's real quick. It's real quick deal. And then so I did a training and I'm like, oh, this is nothing. I can do this. Once I did that training, I was like, okay, I could sell if I wanted to, but I didn't push. And now it's like, I have to get the word out. I have to tell people about this. And they're going to think I'm nuts because of the way I spill it. And a lot of my friends are like, I've seen this. You've been on this for a while now. And all right, tell me about it.
And that's how it begins. That's how it begins. And so,
okay, so I'm annoying. I get that. But you have to understand it really works.
It really does. It really does work. You know, it's just crazy that to think that it just starts with a post. It just starts with making a post about yourself and how much better you're feeling. And, you know, if you've lost 5 pounds, people want to lose 5 pounds. I mean, sometimes people just want to lose 5 pounds. So, you know, all it takes sometimes is that post. So that's so important.
I think a big thing for me was when I first started, I saw a lot of medical posts of how it's helped them feel and how it's changed their body. And I have kidney disease, medullary sponge kidney, where my kidneys produce mass amounts of stones and I pass them. So I was like, I wonder if this would help, like if it would do anything for me. So once I started and up until today, I have not passed 1 stone and I haven't had 1 medical issue.
What?
And I don't know, I'm not saying it cures anything, but I myself have not had 1 stone. So that's it's kind of like, I'm not getting off this ever. If I lose all my weight and I get down to my 140, I'll just stop the appetite part. And then if I need it again, I'll start back up.
That's what I always tell everybody when somebody asks me if it's something you have to take forever, and my response is, I'll never stop taking it as long as it's here. I don't care if I get down to my goal weight. I'll never stop taking it because I love how I feel. I love the energy that I get. I love the clear-headedness I get. I love the way that I can just concentrate. Oh, Alicia says her hubby's the same way and he hasn't had one in years. That's awesome.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. It's awesome.
But you know what? Stones are worse than labor. Yes, they are. I'll tell you because I pass them all the time. And I'm not saying it cures anything, but kind of.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. I just love you, and I can't wait to hug you someday.
I know, soon.
I know, hopefully soon. Thank you just so much for joining us and sharing your story.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's really hard to jump on and do something like that. But if it my motto is, if I've changed somebody's life this week, it's been well worth my hassle or well worth my stress or whatever it takes. It's been worth it. So,
yeah. And you know what? I just want to put out there, like, if anybody is on here that just needs someone to talk to and doesn't really want to talk about the whole selling True Vision and stuff like that, I get it. I've been there. I know how you feel, but you just need someone to talk to. I'm all ears. Message me. I'm here for anything that you need. I'm more than welcome to chit chat and spend time with you guys. I love being able to talk to people.
Me too. My husband.
And I want to give a shout out to Michelle. What's that?
My husband's always like, "You're a people lover." I'm like, "No, not really." And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I am." So, you want to give a shout out?
Yes. Hi, Michelle. Want to say shout out to you. Love you guys.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you. And give me a holler.
I will. I'm going to be message you here in a little bit and make sure you've joined the True Transformation.
I will. I promise.
And you guys, if you have to take pictures. If you don't have anybody at home to take your picture, turn your selfie camera on and timers, because you can take your picture that way. So that's how I've always taken my pictures for the True Transformation. So it's an easy, simple way to do it. And
yeah, because I don't want anybody else taking my picture.
Just take my picture. I'm half naked.
In my underwear? No, you don't want to see all that.
Okay. Next, we have two special guests. We have Christina and Roger. Well, I think you guys might know him as Alan, but what do you want me to call you?
I'm trying to get him to squeeze in. He's right here. So this is completely out of his comfort zone. So I may get him to scoot over, but he can hear everything. So I call him Roger. He goes by Roger now, but like he's always been Alan. So we're Tina and Roger.
Well, welcome.
He's squeezing in. See, it's not that bad.
I just love them, you guys. They won True Transformation. I mean, what places did you guys get?
She got third. I just got a honorable recognition.
And then he won the second quarter True Transformation.
That's right. So you guys have had amazing, amazing transformations, and your journey has been incredible to watch. I love it. So I'm gonna let you guys talk about it, because I really wanted to bring the transformation to light tonight, because it's so important, and tomorrow is the final day to sign up. So make sure you are promoting that True Transformation in your customer groups, on your walls, on your stories, messaging your people with your follow-ups, telling them about the transformation, because we have two specials. We have the combo special with the renew for free. If you get it for 3 months in a row, you get the grapefruit heart and hydration free next month, and a free trial the next month. And then we also have the drink mixes. They are, 20 or 30% off, something like that. For the month, it brings it down 85 from, I don't even know what the prices were right now. But there's a considerable difference. So, make sure you guys are following up with people and offering that to people, because tomorrow is the final day, and you never know, getting somebody to join that transformation that's been on the fence and they win, it's going to change their entire life. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, so the True Transformation last year in December, the end of December, I've been with the company for 4 years, and I had incredible results, but I was starting to slack off a little bit and gain. And so I went into my personal group and said, I'm going to kind of change the way this group is ran, and I'm going to join the True Transformation, and that I'm going to make the main part of my group about the True Transformation and incorporating fitness and nutrition to our products, and see what results we would get that way. I know after losing a lot of weight, I wanted to be toned. I just felt like there was like areas of my body, even though I was small, there was areas of my body that I wasn't happy with. And I just felt like it could have been so much better. So I joined the Tru Transformation with hopes that maybe it also would motivate my husband to get active and take the products and keep taking them, not start them and stop them. And so I just went all in, and actually today my memories that popped up that it was officially 1 year ago today that I went to the gym for the first time, and I started pushing for my first Tru Transformation. And when I submitted my first, each transformation is 60 days. So when I submitted my first set of transformation pictures, I couldn't believe the difference with just adding better nutrition to our products and the gym. You don't, like, not everybody's going to have to go to the gym. You can do at-home workouts. You can add small weights. You can put sand and laundry soap containers, and you can do anything. You do not have to go to the gym, but if you go to the gym, it's unreal the results you'll get. But when I submitted mine and my husband seen like the change in that short amount of time, he decided he was going to do the second one. I was kind of mind blown. I cried. He sent me a text message at work that he had joined the gym, he bought shoes, and that he was going to do it. And I really, like, I was so excited that I had to submit his pictures twice because I had the wrong date on his first ones.
Yeah.
he texted me the next day. He goes, do you realize that the date's wrong on this? And I was like, what? So I was so excited. I forgot to like do the 4. And so I had to send them new pictures the next day. But really our life has been a whirlwind this past year. This is completely out of his comfort zone. So, for you, like, what was like the big kicker for you?
It's actually starting and actually staying constant with my products, and then starting my actual nutrition and keeping with it. Just everything totally changed after that. And once I started seeing results, just kind of kept doing it, and I just ain't quit.
So we have another friend that, like, kind of him seeing somebody that was his size, I think made a huge, like, was a huge, like, push for him too, not just mine, but seeing that somebody, because when he started, he was 449 pounds when he submitted his first Tru Transformation pictures. So at 449 pounds, you know, you can see somebody who is 140 pounds doing a lot of stairs and lifting weights and being really active in the gym. But a lot of people don't understand how hard it is for somebody who is 449 pounds, even though he works his tail off at work. I mean, he cuts steel. His job is hard. It is a very hard job. And so he was active. So it wasn't like he was 449 pounds sitting on the couch eating Pringles. Like, he literally would work his tail off all day long, and he still was he just kept gaining and gaining and gaining. And just, so it was hard for me the first time that I told him when he started, I committed to him on Mondays and Wednesdays, I would go with him. And the other mornings, he would
I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym until it was time. 3 o'clock in the morning, I leave the gym. I get to the gym about 4:30. I get to the gym about 4, and then I'd work out until about
5.
About 5. Then I'd leave and go to work. So I'd be at work at 5:30. And I did that every day for like about 4 or 5 months. Then I finally switched over and started doing it during the day instead of doing it in the mornings.
Yeah, like when summertime, when the kids got out on break, he started going after work, and I think that's kind of stuck with him now. Those early morning workouts were awful, but it did get us a routine going, and it was nice. So I would get up on Mondays and Wednesdays, I would get up and go with him, and it was so hard. Like, I knew how hard it was for him to do the stairs. Sorry, my phone is singing over here. But to start on the stairs, he started on the treadmill and then a little bit of weights.
A little bit of weights and a little bit of stairs.
And then he did like 10 stairs. The first time he went with me, he did 10 stairs, and I'm pretty sure he shed tears. And now he loves them. Now he is like on them. And
all the time I'm doing like I guess yesterday I did 200 flights of stairs. And before started out only doing like 3 or 4.
Flights, 3 or 4 flights.
Yeah.
So, and he hated them, but now like he's lost, he's at 127 pounds lost. So, and he's done that since April. So from April to now, he's lost 127 pounds. And he's built a ton of muscle. So most people, when you see him in person, he actually looks like he's lost way over 127 pounds because he's building muscle. So he's toning as he's losing. So his skin's tightening up. And
that's one of the big things. If you're bigger, you need to tone as you're losing instead of just, if not, you're going to have all kinds of skin issues. So I'm still going to have skin issues no matter what when I get down the size I need to be, but I'm not going to have it as bad. Especially my arms and my chest, I shouldn't have it as bad.
Because that is something that our friend does have, like major excess skin because he didn't bulk. He didn't lift weights really. He did a lot of cardio. So, I mean, I'm amazed. I'm still like, I can talk about it and I can share it with people. But the other things that this has done is like we've went on our first family vacation in July. So we started in April. And in July, the first weekend in July, we went on our first ever family vacation. Like we took because normally he'd just take one day here or one day there. He would never take a full vacation. And we took the kids to Michigan City and we went to the beach, and I'd never been to the beach with him. And even though it was just like a small beach and it wasn't Florida, but it was amazing to be able to do that with him. And we climbed sand dunes when we were there. And when he got back from that, then we started going to we have a Turkey Run State Park, and we would go and do trails there. And
like all the time, every weekend.
It was amazing. So we started doing things like that. Like I'd be at work and he'd text me that him and the kids were going to go to Turkey Run, and they'd do like multiple trails when they'd go, and the kids loved it. So he started being way more active. Like just, it was so cool to watch just his whole outlook on everything change. And then, so we meal prep. We enjoy doing that together. He does them if I at work on Sunday.
I normally do that.
He does a lot of the meal prep. But like I do the vegetables, and I do like the Monday leftover stuff that doesn't get done on Sunday.
And meal prep's like super easy. Like it literally takes no time at all because all I do is throw chicken in the crock pot.
Or grill.
Or grill.
When it got colder out, we started doing it in the crock pot. But like in the summertime, we would just grill like all the chicken. And then it's easy. Like you do all of your vegetables, you do everything. So you do your like Sunday through Thursdays meals. And you just you do not have to go spend a lot of money. I think, what are they? $3.88.
Yeah,
I think
they're cheap.
We have the little containers. They have one divider in them. And so we put our protein, and then it might be like chicken and salad or chicken and rice. And we do vegetables. It's important to measure. So measuring cups, meal prep containers, and all of that is it's not in your back office, but if you go to truevisionhealth.com and click on programs, we have a free nutrition program. We have a free 6-week workout program and it actually has models that they're like 4D models that like will show you how to do the movements. And it is on any person's level. So if you've never done anything like that, it is for anybody. That program was started and geared towards a person that was overweight and had rheumatoid arthritis. So those are for anybody, no excuses. Like if you can it shows different ways that you can alter the workouts. I highly suggest if you are not on if you haven't liked the True Transformation by True Vision Health page on Facebook, that you go in there and like that. There is workouts in there, and they show you how to do them that are outside, inside workouts.
Nothing you need any equipment for, nothing like that.
Yeah, so they're simple. I mean, they have ones with resistance bands, but they have them where they're not using anything, and they're geared towards anybody. They show how to modify them. But that is a great page that a lot of people don't access. And if you slide it over, what was that info on? If you just go to truevisionhealth.com, sorry, I'm just now seeing the questions pop up. If you just go to truevisionhealth.com, click on programs, the same place that you find the 10K pledge, True Transformation, but you just click on fitness, or nutrition, and that all pops up, and it literally will break everything down. But don't overthink it. I feel like that's what a lot of people do, is they overthink meal prepping.
It's super easy. It really don't take no time at all.
Like,
It really don't.
and the thing is, if that stuff is in your fridge and it's readily available, like if your kids want something, you can make theirs real quick and then pop yours in the microwave and heat it up.
That's what I do. Like, I'll make the kids dinner because they're like, oh, I don't want that. So I'll make them something that they
We
want.
burnt them out on chicken and rice.
So I'll make something they want, and then I'll just throw something I already had made in 1 minute in the microwave, and it's done. And it's ready to eat.
So this, like, I feel like the last month we've been really big on like fajita chicken, like the peppers and onions, and maybe put some mushrooms in them. A half a cup of rice. What does your husband? It's not showing me the full question, but what does your husband? We both eat very similar, except for he does not, like, he is like 95% clean, 5% cheat, and I'm about 85% clean, 15% cheat probably. When it comes to, like, if I want to bite a cake, I'll take a bite of cake. He won't. But chicken, salmon.
I eat 2 eggs for breakfast on a whole wheat muffin.
They're
I do that every single day. 2 eggs, muffin, out the door, go to work. And then for lunch, it's usually like chicken and rice with broccoli, or chicken and or salmon and broccoli, or a salad with chicken.
I'm gonna see if this chats. Go ahead.
And then like dinner's usually like salmon and veggies, or chicken and veggies.
Like maybe a snack, carrots with peanut butter.
Yeah, and my snack. If I get hungry, I'll eat carrots with peanut butter. For some reason, it's like I'm addicted to that right now. For some reason, I eat the heck out of carrots. I don't know why.
They're so
Never
good
used
for
to even
you.
like carrots, and I'm like, can't quit eating them now.
We go through a lot of carrots, bananas. We always have readily, like, we always have fruit. So we always have apples, bananas. I
don't drink pop. Since I started taking my products, like, helped me get away from drinking pop. I don't drink any pop whatsoever. I haven't had pop for 7 or 8 months. And then all I drink is water with the heart and hydration. I don't even use heart and hydration a whole lot anymore, mainly just water. And then I don't eat any fast food whatsoever. None.
Yeah, McDonald's stinks. When my kids want it and it gets in the car, it just smells terrible. But really just like
I just eat clean.
outside
like
aisles. Like if you shop on the outside of the
everything
aisles,
I eat's fresh and made at home. It's just like, it's all
the only
fresh
thing that
stuff.
we get
It's
on the
really no
inside
process.
aisles is like rice, lentils, black beans. If we have we get the kids cereal from the inside aisles, or like if I make my quick oats, I get oatmeal. But other than that, we pretty much outside aisle shop. The dressings, I'll get Ken's Steakhouse Northern Italian in the aisle, but most of the dressings we get is in the salad aisle. The Bolt House dressings, they're great and they're low calorie. Some of them have protein in them.
Yeah.
They are really, really good. So those, when you're shopping, just think smart. If it's packaged, don't buy the chicken that's packaged, because a lot of it has excess sodium and preservatives in it. So like, just get fresh chicken breast. It's cheaper to do that. Throw it on the grill. Like, I don't know. I always split the breast in half, and then I cook them that way and throw them on the grill, and they're ready. So, you have it readily available. If you want salad, if the chicken's prepped up and you have the salad in there, and then you have any other toppings, hard-boiled eggs is a good thing to have in the fridge and readily available. So those are all like key factors to success with the Tru Transformation. Being consistent with adding activity. If you're not registered for the 10K pledge, like, get registered.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
So he knew that I was doing it, and I had a Fitbit, but when we went to Summit, that's when you joined, right? When we came back. Yeah, you went to Summit, he instantly, when he came back, he joined the 10K pledge. He was joining interest groups and things like that. On the way back, he started adding himself into interest groups and different sales sites and stuff. But really, I feel like when we got back from Summit, like, he started being crazy active, going out walking, doing the walking trail, going for walks after he'd already worked out in the morning. But that holds you accountable. He's really shooting for the top 10, just so you know. He's been in the top 20 all month this month.
That ain't happening. People are crazy.
But the top 10 is killing him, crushing him right now.
So I'm getting 30,000 steps a day and still can't get in the top 10.
Yeah, but he's getting 30,000 steps a day, so he's super active. So the True Transformation, let's make sure that if you are not registered and you're an associate, that you do that, because it helps hold you accountable, and it also gets your team members to have better success, because when they see you doing it, they start to go out and be active as well, and they join the different programs. So if they're going and shooting for 10,000 steps, they're going to have more success with their products because they are using that extra energy and it's burning more fat that way. So I feel like your customers have more success when you're implementing these programs. I mean, we always promote it. That's our big thing, is we tell people, you know, that's what's changed our life. Between the two of us, we've lost 188 pounds. So I'm at 61 pounds and he's at 127 pounds. So although I didn't lose a ton of weight this past year, I put on a ton of muscle and I changed the complete shape of my body. So it's anybody's game. You don't just have, it's not the one person that has 200 pounds to lose or 50 pounds to lose. You know, it's anybody's game. You know, you can go and work out and fall in love with yourself again and love what you see in the mirror, because I think a lot of people, like, being comfortable in your own skin is such, I mean, it just makes your whole life better. Like, you just feel better about yourself. Like, you're just happier. Physical fitness, like going to a gym and working out, it's so good for your mental health.
It is. It's a major stress reliever. Major stress
If you have a
reliever.
stressful job, or, you know, and you're constantly like having negative things, you just feel so, you can't be having the worst day. And you go crush a workout and you're just like, whew, you leave and you just feel so much better.
You do. And then you can do more with your kids. Because like today, I rode a 20-inch bicycle with my boy, and I ain't rode a bicycle since I was like 16 years old.
He's going to become a BMX rider now. I better watch out. No, he really did. I was kind of shocked. It was a small bike. So like the little things, going out, being active with your family. I mean, each step you take and each thing that you put into play, it's just another way to like change your life. Did you ever have a headache? Hang on just a second. Yeah, your body is going to, so like you can get headaches because your body is kind of withdrawing from the toxins. So my suggestion for that, we do not follow a specific diet. So we do like a clean diet. So my suggestion, if you're doing like keto, like the keto flu, that's like a big thing. You know, it works great for some people, but with that, like,
no, I don't count calories. I don't worry about carbs.
we just eat healthy.
I just eat clean, so I know it's good for me, instead of worrying about all the other stuff, all the stuff that you shouldn't really, all the processed stuff you shouldn't be eating.
And the toxins, like there's so much in food that people just don't
I do watch a lot of the sodium. I try to make sure I do watch the sodium.
The spice line. If you guys are not using the crafted spice line, you are missing out. We use
everything.
We use every single one of them. We love them. We use them on veggies. We use them on I like them in chicken salad, eggs, like scrambled eggs, regular eggs. We put it on everything. And it has hardly any sodium. It's all natural.
Sodiums and sugars. That's the main thing I watch out for.
Yeah. So your body, you can get headaches because your body is trying to rid itself.
I got headaches really bad when I was coming off Mountain Dew. Because I used to drink so much pop. I used to drink like 4 or 5 Mountain Dews a day. And so I started getting I used to get headaches when I slowly was coming off Mountain Dews, but they lasted for just a little bit, and then they went away. Once your body finally gets used to, hey, I really don't need all that.
And you'll notice, I feel like sometimes when you eat something that's crap, like you feel bad. Like your body's not used to having that in there. But once you're like completely done with that, once you eat something that's yucky, your body like tells you feel like complete shit the next day. So, I mean, sorry, that word, but like your body, you feel terrible when you eat stuff that's full of sodium because your body's not used to it. And you're like, that's how you felt all the time before you changed all of these things. So what else would you like, besides like feeling better in your own skin? Oh, that's awesome, Hannah.
The community and the True Transform.
yeah, the community, like the community and that in True Transformation, like we've all gotten so close and we all push each other. It's really neat to see everybody's testimonies in there, and to watch people that could never do a push-up when they learn how to do a push-up. I mean, just all those little things. I feel like we kind of are a community and everybody kind of pushes
There's a
together.
little community box. It's like way over in the corner. You got to click on to bring it.
Yeah. So once you like that page, make sure you like scroll over, because there's like posts where you can scroll through and look at the videos, and then there's the community you like have to swipe over. So make sure that you're looking at that when you're in there, so that you see the members interacting between each other. So tomorrow's the deadline at midnight. So make sure that you get registered. If you have not, like Stacy said, if you don't have a printer, that's not an excuse. You can hold it up. You don't have to be in a bra and panties. You don't have to be in a sports bra. I mean, that's how I chose to, because I wasn't losing weight. I was toning. So that's why I chose mine is in a sports bra and swimsuit bottoms. You don't have to do that. You can wear a tank top. You just want to wear something that's snug so it fits you, so you can see what you're changing. If you wear big, huge, baggy clothes, and I know that the third round, I feel like his clothes were falling off of him because he needed new ones. And I feel like that kind of hindered the third round for him, because his clothes were just so big on him. So, make sure that you get registered. Make sure that you're using these programs, because if you're not using these programs, you are like sabotaging yourself and your success, not just in, that, but in your business, because you could be changing somebody else's life. You could be making them like healthier, where they're being more active with their kids by putting them in the 10K pledge. Maybe they'll go out, walk while their child's riding bikes. So all of these programs, you should definitely, advertise them, push them, because I mean, as you guys have seen in the last year, how much our lives have changed. I mean, we got to go to Utah. We had never been on a trip like that together, our first time on an airplane. So like, you never know what it's going to do. I mean, it's crazy how much our life's changed in the past year. We've done more. We went on weekend getaways and things like that we never did really before. We just decided we were going to live life and go out and enjoy the world. And now like we have huge goals this year, I know that he's going to continue his weight loss and continue transforming his body. And then I'm going to continue to transform mine. I'm going to do a competition, which I never thought I would do. And it's also inspired me I want to go and get my personal trainer's license, just so that I can have that. And I think that it would be helpful too when I'm training my downline. So if you're not using these programs, you're missing out. It's changed our life, and we appreciate everybody that's cheered us on along the way, because encouraging words go a long way, even though he's kind of quiet where I talk a lot, but he definitely has changed a lot this year. And I can't wait to see where he'll be when he hits his 1 year mark in April, and then by the end of next year. Do you guys have any other questions for us? I know that was kind of a lot. Hopefully I went over what you wanted me to.
No, you did perfect. I just really wanted people to understand how important it is to involve themselves in our programs that we have, because I mean, without this program, do you guys think that you'd be where you are today?
No.
So, they are really life-changing programs. And so if we are not promoting them, not talking about them, and not, encouraging others to join along with us, then there's really no point to the programs. So,
I mean, you even being a 5-star, until Summit, you didn't know that we had a 6-week fitness program or nutrition program.
No,
I remember you said that, and I go, how did you not know? Like I had,
Yeah. There's a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of things that people don't know. And there's some things that I learn every single day still. And, when you guys come into something like this, you don't have to know everything right off the bat. You don't have to know everything right away. And you don't have to be professional, at working out, or professional at your meal planning, or professional at eating. We all learn on a daily basis, and it's just growing. And, you don't have to be professional at anything you do, and you're going to mess up. We all mess up. And so, don't let one little mess up discourage you from continuing the next 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 years. Just don't let any mess up discourage you from anything.
And you can see, like, when you turn in your first transformation to your, the next one, it's amazing to see the difference just in 60 days. And, you may not realize it until you put them together. And then once you put them together, you're like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. And then you go on to your next one, and then you put those together and you're like, holy crap, look at how much my body's changed. And, and by that point you're at the 6-month marker because there's a break between them. But just seeing them, putting them side by side, I think it really is eye-opening to your progress. And then it pushes you to keep doing it.
And sometimes, sometimes all it takes is being consistent on your products to make sure that you are doing steps that you are, to make sure you're using it as a tool to help you get to where you want to be. And, when you're not being consistent, you're not going to see the results from the, the extra energy or the craving reduction, the reduction of your appetite.
Because you don't realize how many times you're missing that second dose, or, oh, I feel like crap today. Well, then the next day you're like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, well, I haven't taken my products in 2 days. And that does happen. I know that is what had happened to me is I had stopped working my day job. So I wasn't getting up and going to work and taking my products when I got to work, so I was working from my bed rather than working in an office, so it was just, you get out of routine and you kind of get comfortable.
It took me 4 times to stop and start before I actually got a routine. I actually decided I'm going to stick to a routine and do it every single day, twice a day.
4th time, guys.
It took me 4 different times.
And
she was always like, well, you need to do this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I took my products today. But really I only took like 1 product that day. I didn't really take both times.
And
like, I got them. I didn't have them with me.
It's really hard to get in that routine and make yourself stick to that routine.
And I longed.
And we're not, like you said, not being professionals. None of us were professional. I wasn't no professional at doing anything. Eating, sitting on the couch, yelling at kids.
But too, like, I longed. I have a lot of people go, well, how do you get your husband to do this? I had stopped. I literally had quit asking him.
Quit nagging. That's how.
So I quit, and literally I was like, I'm going to do this. I really don't care. And he would see me go to the gym in the morning, and like, he made this decision on his own. When somebody watches you be consistent and watches you get the results, eventually they're going to do it. And literally I was worried that I was going to wake up and my husband was going to be dead next to me in bed. Like, that's when I say like how critical our life was. Like, and he's my best friend. We've always had a great marriage. He is absolutely my best friend in the entire world. But like, but I longed for him to get the results I was getting. I had the results. He's seen that I lost without working out. But when I started, he's seen how much better I felt. And then
I lost 40 pounds one summer when I was not being super consistent, but just kind of taking them, not taking them, taking them, not taking them without working out. Just taking products. Then I just quit. Just like, I'm not doing this no more.
So, I mean, like, you don't have to nag your husband. When they see your results, eventually they're going to want to do what you're doing. And, they're going to see how happy you are, but do not like nag at them because, like I said, this is his 4th time doing this.
Of actually doing it.
And now he's had amazing success.
4th time of doing it, 1st time of actually sticking with it and doing it.
And he's changing, like, people, a lot of men are joining, and I see that. Like, I see a lot of men like reaching out, and I see them commenting more in Tru, and I see them commenting in our info groups. But this is for anybody. Like, it just is mind-blowing to me. So just don't nag at your husbands. Eventually they'll see it. I can't read it.
I took them away.
Oh my God. He always says when he runs out of grape heart and hydration, he's like, my dealer is not my supplier, is not getting it for me. I mean, he either calls me his dealer or his supplier. Yeah. Like, really? And now this has become our business rather than my business. So now he's working the business actually, and he's doing great, and he's learning all kinds of new things.
That's awesome. My husband used to call me an HHRP. HRPP.
HRPP.
Rolling pill pusher.
Oh my gosh. I would colored crack. My kid would be like, oh my God, there's my mom slinging her colored crack at practice. So and then the kids would be like, what? And then he'd be like, hey, here's a pack of pills for your mom. My mom said to give them to you. So, but yeah, colored crack. That's what my kids were calling it.
That's so funny. Well, I won't keep everybody. We're at our 9 o'clock. We're at 1 hour. I hope you guys have enjoyed Power Hour tonight. And thank you so much, you guys, for joining us. And thank you, Mickey, for joining us. And you guys, I really appreciate everything that you do for everybody. I know everybody else appreciates it too. And everybody else is so super proud of you guys.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
And I'll see you Saturday.
Yes, Saturday. He's not gonna. He has to work mandatory overtime, but I will be there Saturday with one of my team members. So I'm excited.
Anyway, there is a meeting if you guys are close to Tennessee. There's a meeting in Franklin, Tennessee, or maybe it's Spring Hill, Tennessee this weekend. Tomorrow is the deadline for True Transformation. Sign up for the True Transformation. Make yourself accountable. When you're making yourselves accountable for things like that, you're going to see a change in your business and in yourself. And whenever you sign up for that, make sure you're taking the time to sign up for the 10K Pledge, because that is another amazing program that we have that it doesn't get enough credit. Make sure you are taking advantage of those programs. And homework for you guys, go to the TrueVisionHealth.com website, go to the programs, and go check out the programs that we have, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. I didn't know we had all this fun stuff. So make sure you guys are doing that, and that is your homework for the night. And I'm going to end Power Hour. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I can't wait to see you guys kill it in the next True Transformation. And I know you guys are going to do great, and you're going to change lives. So good night. Talk to you soon.